Hey everyone, it's Fitz with the Daily Delivery. Hope you're doing well. It's Saturday night as I record this. I'm a little bit tired. I look a little bit tired, but I just finished up here in the home studio watching the last of the Big 12 games for the weekend, and what an interesting weekend it was. Kansas State just took care of Kansas. They just absolutely lined up and won the game 35-10. It could have been worse. It didn't need to be worse. It was just a very impressive win because K-State was almost casual in how it went about its business and took care of things against the Jayhawks. This K-State team steadily getting better. It was hard to tell against a really pitifully bad Kansas team, but they are getting better. They've done some things over these last 3 weeks that are really notable. And you know the old saying, what a difference a week makes? Well, what a difference 3 weeks makes. 3 weeks ago, some K-State fans were jumping off bridges. They were so worked up over the Cats opening with losses to Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, and Iowa State, which are probably, now pretty clearly, the three best teams of the conference as of how they're playing right now. And then they got the three worst teams in Tech, TCU, and Kansas and lined up and beat them. They're 6-3, 3-3. They're bowl eligible. They're on track. But it was a weird weekend in games because K-State's three remaining opponents, those three opponents that I see as very similar to K-State in their team makeup. And that would be West Virginia, 11 a.m. next Saturday in Manhattan, followed by Baylor, and then followed by that Friday after Thanksgiving game at Texas. Those three teams are all pretty comparable to K-State, I think. All three of them, though, lost on Saturday. And you might wake up on Sunday and take a peek at the Big 12 standings and discover something you probably didn't see coming. K-State at 3-3 is in the upper half of the conference, not tied, in the upper half of this conference because so many teams now are 2-4. It's an interesting sign of progress for Chris Klieman's program. They're still not playing at their top level. We've seen glimpses of it. They still make too many mistakes. Skylar Thompson missed probably 2 touchdown passes against Kansas on Saturday, so there was more points to be had there. The defense gave up a couple plays that led to points for the Jayhawks. What I'm saying is K-State still has a whole nother gear, but it might be time to find that gear because all of these teams, West Virginia, Baylor, and Texas, will not only test the Wildcats to find out what they're really made of, and in the course of action decide if they're going to go to a bowl game fitting of a 6-6 team or a 9-3 team. There's a big gap there. But also, should we remind everyone, those three schools coming up on the schedule, Chris Klieman is 0-6. He probably wants to win these as much as anyone else.